called Nonsense and Sensibility, and it's sponsored by Dr. José, who taught in our Practicum and Education Policy course last fall.
So our project is kind of an overview on the funding barriers and other barriers associated with charter schools, both through pre-K all the way until college readiness. So it's kind of an overview of barriers, things that worked really well, issues that schools have had, and where finances kind of play a role in that.
This is a 6-part podcast that lasts about an hour from end to end, and it's really a great overview of things we've experienced in our in education at charter schools or with college readiness, which is one of my emphases in our program, and a way that it really comes together in the end.
So it's kind of a 2-part thing, I think. So from my end, a lot of what I focus on in my graduate studies has been preschool and pre-K access, what's been going on with that. And then for my practicum that I did, it's kind of associated with this project, I actually was working in a K-12 charter network for the summer and realized that they didn't have access to preschool in terms of being able to associate with their network. So I saw that as a barrier because students were not able to actually roll from preschool into kindergarten, and so that's kind of where my entire project came out. And then I started talking to Adam about where that could kind of scale up in terms of higher ed things, and then we found kind of finances to be an overarching umbrella, and we used that as our theme for our podcast.
My overall project was about financing education from early childhood to higher ed, and we thought that this kind of combination of both of our pieces would do well in a podcast about charter schools.
So one thing that I learned that was kind of interesting is we actually interviewed someone I know that worked in a charter school at a different part of the country than where I was working. And it was interesting to just see that the themes associated with funding barriers, but also important things that are happening in the community. So whether the community is behind it, are they financially behind it, are they not, is an overarching theme across the country. So we saw that where I was, where the person that we interviewed was, she was in Boston, and then I believe you saw the same in LA.
Yeah, I'm from LA, and I dealt with some charter schools out there, and we saw the exact same things that Caroline and this teacher that we were talking to had discussed, and you're really learning the similarities and the differences between not only where schools are, but how they're funded and who funds them was really fascinating, and it's something that stuck with me to today.